Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux. I think it's Lux. I'm probably saying it wrong. By Ciro Marchetti. There was a website for Ciro. It's usgamesinc.com. Right there if you want that information. There's how you spell it. Luxe at the end. I'm thinking I'm saying it wrong, but it's not clicking in my brain. Supportive Oracle Cards, Wisdom of the Hidden Realm Oracle Cards by Colette Baron Reed. I thought she had a website with her name, but there's a couple other websites here. If you search out her full name with the deck name on, Google or Bing or wherever you're going, you'll find her. I don't think that'll be a problem if you're interested. Okay. What do we have for Cancer? Energies comes in slow. There was a fight in the past with this person. That's my first impression. Your energy's careful. Your energy's very careful. There's been problems here before. There have been problems here before. Take this with a grain of salt. These are general reads. It's going to depend on you if this is somebody who you've had a love interest with. I don't think for the most of you it is, though. It could be somebody that you either had a love interest in the past with. More than likely, this is somebody who they get you involved. Like you end up in the middle of like problems in this other person's relationships. It's almost like, for example, if you have a sibling and they date people that really aren't the best for them, and you end up in the middle of that somehow, trying to break things up. Or if you have a friend, you know what I mean, and then somebody is lying to somebody and you're the one who finds it out and you have to bring forward the truth. Something like that. It's weird because it's kind of like I hate doing it, but I feel like I have to do it. That's why I'm thinking it's either a close friend or a sibling, and it's like their partnerships, and when you find something out that they have to know, it's like I hate doing it, but I feel like I have to do it. It's not right if I don't. They need to know. Somebody needs to tell them. And I know, so I'm going to tell them. There's a history here. There's been problems in the past because when you've come forward with this information, even though you were right, at first it didn't go over well. And maybe they had a fit about it, and they're like, that's not true. And then push came to shove, and at some point it was proven that it was true. There's a history here. Conflict with other people, like OPP, other people's problems. Like that song, well, back when I was much younger, which probably most of you have no idea what I'm talking about. This person, it could be a past love, or I think for most of you, I actually think it's like a sibling or a close friend, somebody who you help them out. And when you see something isn't right, you just can't let it be. You're like, no, I can't let that happen to you. I know it's not going to go well, but I have to tell you the truth. You need to know the truth. Because when it comes to them, you do tell them the truth. You bring them forward like, listen, I don't want you hanging out with this person anymore, or at least if you're going to, you need to know what's really happening there. We need to talk about it because I don't want this happening. I just can't pretend like it's okay, and I don't want to ignore it. I don't think that's right. If this was happening to me, I think you should tell me as well. And you're being very careful with this, but it's a very important relationship. I'm worried. I feel this Five of Wands energy. Like, I'm worried. Like, I think you have something to tell them. You will if you don't. So within the next couple months, you will if you don't already. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is like gearing up for it. Like when that information comes, so you can get ready and do it again and say what you got to say, because I think it's going to go better this time. I think it's going to go better this time. You've proven before you don't come forward if you don't have to with these people. And if it's important enough for you to say something, they need to realize that there's a reason. The thing is, I think they have. They're at that point where they realize if the cancer is coming towards me and they're telling me something they know I'm not going to like to hear, they're going to say it because they feel like it's important enough to. You're not going to say something just because you're like, well, I'm bored, or I guess I could. You're saying something because you're like, I need to. It's important. You need to know. I value you enough to not let this happen to you. I know you might be mad at me. Even though you feel like they might get mad at you, you can't not say something is what I'm getting. It's heavy in information, but I feel like you want to be optimistic, but you're kind of like, when you're going towards this, you're already worried, kind of like, well, maybe I just have to find the right way to say it and just back off for a while and let them absorb it on their own time. That way they don't get really mad at me. I just tell them what I know, just give them the facts and let them do what they want to do with it. And then I'll just step back and let them do what they got to do. I don't think it's going to be bad this time. This person may have a slow reaction time, so I do feel like this is important. Is this the Ice Queen? The Swan. There's a lot of snow here, though. Patience is on there, but I feel like it's going to take some time to come forward. Not just that card, but when I feel it coming forward, you're bringing some truth to somebody else. It's true they don't want to hear it, but at the same time, they know they need to hear it. I don't see like a problem coming in. Like, I don't see this person being upset with you. I see this person realizing that, you are telling them because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do and you value them. They do seem to get stuck here with the Hanged Man. Is it the Hanged Man in this deck? Yep, the Hanged Man. They do get stuck for a moment. But it won't last forever. Obviously, you can't live as a Hanged Man. And they might come back towards you asking you where you got the information. So wherever you're getting this information from, before you bring it forward to them, just think about how you want to handle that. Because at some point they will ask you, like, how did you find that out? Where did you find this out? What's the? I would like to see the proof myself. Something like that. You got the Page of Wands, moving forward very slowly, very carefully, but diligently. You're following their lead on this. I feel like you're very careful but very active with it. And you're persevering through it too. Is that the Rainbow Bridge? What is this called? The Rainbow Prince. A very good energy on your side. Like, I feel like you're just going to tell them what you need to tell them, the facts only. And if they ask for more, you'll tell them. But I feel like just give them what they need to know. Give them the basics and leave it at that. Let them come back towards you when they're ready. I feel like that goes quite well, but I feel like you're also very, very careful with it. Kind of like, okay, on your terms, what you need to know, that's fine, I get it. It's a very interesting, because there's something they're going to have to walk away from because of this. And they're slowly coming to terms with that. So they have to do this their own way, however that is. It's slow and steady wins the race. Because I've got the Eight of Cups. I do have the Six of Wands with success coming their way. But the way they're handling it is that the Knight or King? It's a Knight. Knight of Pentacles. They are moving in a better direction. It's just on their terms. Slow and steady wins the race. So they're going to fix it however they need to fix it. They're going to handle it, I should say, the way they need to handle it. It just may seem like to you, like, are they? You may be kind of stepping back, like, your energy looks at this like, no, we just need to, like, do what we finish it off, like, walk away from it. Like, to you it may be very simple, like, just walk away. They have to handle it a certain way. The best way I can explain this is kind of like, if this is just an analogy, obviously, if you are helping a sibling out and they're dating somebody and this person did something that's really unacceptable, whatever that is, you might be looking at this like, just here, I'll go rent a truck and we'll just move your stuff and you can come live with me for a while, or you can go live here, or we can find you a place real quick. You just get out there, just get out of there. Just tell them it's over and get out of there. To you, it might be that simple. To them, they're like, no, I got things invested here. There's things I want. I'm not, like, they're looking at this like, I'm gonna tie up these loose ends. I'm gonna get my closure. I'm going to do what I need to do. Like, I'm going to finish off the lease like I need to. We're going to start sorting things out. You know, we have other things we got tied together, like maybe phone bills or something like that. They're like, I've got to do this on my terms. I have to do this what makes it easier for me. Especially if they're dealing with somebody that they think might be vindictive. They need to start untying things as peacefully as possible before this person realizes what's about to happen. So it's least amount of impact to them as they can get. They're very cautious and safe about how they're handling it, because they feel like they're gonna deal with it the way they need to. It's very slow and steady wins the race, but they got the Sun card and this miraculous help coming in. The winged wise ones. They're getting closure for this situation. And they're doing what they need to do so that they can literally get closure, untie themselves from this, and not end up with like some type of deficit. They don't want any type of deficit, monetarily, or whatever. Even if it's like, for some of this, there might be other people involved, like some friends they have in common with this person, and they want to explain stuff there before things start hitting the fan. So they want to handle this so that people know what's really happening and why decisions are about to be made. They're going to handle it on their own terms. It just may look kind of odd to you, like, just get out of there. You might be like, just go. I'll get a truck. We can go. We can get things out of there. It can be done. And they're like, no, I got to do this on my terms. I got to do this slow and steady. I know what I want to get done here. It'll work out fine. I do feel like that makes you uncomfortable too. Kind of like, let's just get it done. Let's just get out. Just get out. And they're like, nope, I got to handle it this way. I got to get complete closure. This has to go and end on my terms. I need to get that type of closure. I need for this to work out in a way that works for me. So this goes easier. I feel like you have the need to kind of like, let's just get out. Let's just go. They're not going to do that. That's the only place I can actually see conflict possibly happening. If you try to push too hard to get them to do it the way you think they should do it, there could be some conflict there. But if you just tell them the information and you allow them to tell you how it's going to go, that'll be fine. You won't have any conflict. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching and have a great day.